Even in the frigid winter, there is one part of the Rocky Mountain landscape that is always at the boiling point. It is an eerie display. Mountains belch forth steam. Fountains of scalding vapor erupt without warning. The very earth churns itself into a muddy froth. This rolling inferno of mud, water, and steam convinced one early explorer to exclaim, "Hell must be in the vicinity." But Yellowstone National Park, more than 2 million acres extending into 3 states, is more aptly called a natural paradise. Its glacier-carved valleys and cascading rivers, its pristine wildlife, bear, elk, eagle, and bison. The incomparable diversity of its thermal peculiarities make Yellowstone one of the nation's finest examples of undisturbed wilderness, a living snapshot of the American continent before the age of man. Yellowstone holds a special place in the pantheon of America's scenic wonders. It is the country's first national park, established by an act of Congress in 1872. For decades, rumors had been circulating about a bizarre thermal basin in the Yellowstone region, where the states of Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho intersect today. Early reports claimed that even Native Americans were too terrified to live in the area, a claim that was completely erroneous. In fact, it was the Europeans who were clearly unnerved by the area's otherworldly features. Trappers and mountain men whispered reports of petrified trees with petrified birds singing petrified songs. Finally, in the years after the Civil War, the government dispatched surveying teams to explore the true nature of this enchanted landscape. When one expedition brought its photographs and sketches back to Washington, D.C., a once skeptical Congress proclaimed Yellowstone a protected park, and the philosophy of wilderness management was born. At that time, the primary goal was to protect the natural geysers from private exploitation. Yellowstone boasts 10,000 thermal features and more than half the world's geysers, a tribute to the peculiar goings-on beneath the surface of the Earth. The continental crust of our planet is normally some 15 to 30 miles thick, down to a mantle of molten rock. But in Yellowstone, the crust extends only 2 miles. The proximity of the white-hot magma heats the groundwater that courses below Yellowstone, making it bubble forth with astonishing variety. Each of Yellowstone's 200 geysers has a distinct personality. Some erupt constantly. Others lie dormant for months at a time. Old Faithful attracts the largest crowds with its noisy display. Belying its name, Old Faithful's eruptions actually occur irregularly, from every half hour to as long as 2 hours apart. The delicate formation called Minerva Terrace seems to rise out of a liquid rainbow, a pool of many colors created by algae and bacteria thriving in the warm springs, an exquisite interplay of earth, water, and heat. Thousands of years ago, that same trio of elements combined to create one of the park's most spectacular features, the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, a series of cascades in the Yellowstone River. The lower falls plummet 308 feet, almost twice the height of the falls at Niagara, into a chute that carries the water through 20 miles of volcanic rock. The myriad colors of the sheer walls, golden, orange, pink, umber, even white, were forged by high temperatures that organically altered the rock. If earth, water, and heat are the ongoing forces of change in Yellowstone, There is one other element that long ago helped to shape the land here: ice. 4 massive migrations of glaciers have passed through the park, leaving steep cliffs and sawed-off mountains, and eventually clearing the way for Yellowstone's most beloved inhabitants, its wildlife. But if the last ice age cleared the way for Yellowstone's dramatic wildlife, another natural force has proved cataclysmic: fire. In 1988, massive forest fires raced through drought-stricken Yellowstone, burning 800,000 acres, more than a third of the park. At first, the prognosis was grim. Could the animals survive the destruction of fragile habitats? Would the park's diversity be ruined forever? Although the final verdict is not in, the recovery process has been nothing short of spectacular. The natural fire-resistant qualities of the pines have resulted in quick reseeding. Ground cover is spreading rapidly, and the wildlife populations appear to be healthy and stable. Yellowstone remains a vital and ever-evolving wilderness, where the earth is young and marked with action, and those primal forces of nature, water, ice, and fire, continue to play out the eternal cycle of creation, destruction, and rebirth. It is a land where the only constant is change.